would you look at that? Hey everybody, it's Emilightning. It is I have returned. I am not dead, at least I don't think I am. It has been like a little over a month, I think, since I last uploaded. There's a reason for that. For a couple weeks I was like sort of in a slump, didn't have much motivation to do videos, but I am back now. And as you can see from the video quality, I got a new webcam, or a webcam, finally. Thank you so much. Eternally grateful to Neil Moss, who funded the funding for this webcam. He sent in a few video requests, so I'm going to do them, and then after that we will just see what is going to happen. After this one, we have possibly some commercial reviews that I'm gonna test the waters on, and we also have a drinking and driving Rex Lives video. That was something I was working on for a while, and you know, possibly an underrated PSAs video if this one does well. So I'll spare you all the details of why exactly I was gone, just mental health stuff, but we've got good lighting, all is well, and I am ready to talk about some PSAs that I find underrated, underappreciated, and just good, really good. So let's get started.
Teacher tells us all we gotta do is just say no. And the other day, a policeman came to our class talking about say no too. But my teacher doesn't have to walk home to this neighborhood. And maybe the dealers are scared of the police. But they're not scared of me. And they sure don't take no for an answer.
Kevin Scott and all the other kids who take the long way home. We hear you. Don't give up.
Long way home. As you might have seen, this one was number 26 on my Partnership for a Drug-Free America Top 100 ranking list. That's a mouthful, which is a pretty good spot, but now that I think about it, now that I've had time to think about it, I definitely did not put this one high enough, I don't think. I think it should have been probably more like top 20. And of course, for each PSA in that video, I never had time to give each one the credit it really deserves, and that really applies to this one. As I said before, it's just brilliant, and it really did make me consider something I hadn't thought about before, that some kids just don't have the opportunity to say no to drugs, even if they want to, and it might even be dangerous to do so. I love how it's shot. I love the ending line, just acknowledging that we know there are kids who have to go so far out of their ways to avoid drugs. I don't know, it almost gets me a little choked up for some reason, but maybe I'm just a big baby. But yeah, this one it's just really good. It's cinematic, and it deserves way more credit because I think even Pizza hadn't seen this one until he saw it on my list, and I definitely hadn't seen it yet, so yeah, this one deserves a little more recognition.
Do you want to just come through, take a seat? Do you want tea or coffee or anything?
I'm alright for the time being, thank you.
Okay. You look really well. What have you been up to?
Lots of rock climbing, lots.
That sounds good. So, how's life these days?
Yeah, things are good. Got a job, got a girlfriend, got a little boy. I never let him go for what I went through. Still having the nightmares though. But my anger's under control. I trust people more. I'm getting a bit better now. You know, it's like I can see a way out. That woman from Bernardo's alright. We talk a lot. And I trust her. Everyone else could just do one.
Woman from Bernardo's doesn't give up. Keeps asking why I nick stuff, do drugs, hit people. I told her where to go. Told my foster parents where to go. Just like the last ones. Don't trust no one. I ain't changing.
They laughed at me at the bus stop. Said I was thick. Won't say that again. Daddy's boyfriend hates me. I tried hard, but he always finds me. I'm scared.
Yes, life story again. So I put this one on the very top of my favorites list almost a little under a year and a half ago. And I haven't budged since then. I don't know if it's actually underrated or if I just think it is because I'm biased, but I certainly don't think it gets talked about enough, especially considering it's a fairly recent one. But, you know, I think PSAs in general don't get talked about enough, but that's a whole other issue. I actually showed this one to my mom once, and she actually teared up at it. So there you go. If you want a approval reading from my mom, it made her tear up, so that means it's a good one. It's a feel-good tearjerker, and how many of those do we have? Not enough. I went over the reasons why I like this one so much in my top 10 list, which is a little old and the audio is pretty bad, but if you do want a more in-depth review of this one, go watch that, and then come back here. What can I say? I just never get sick of this one.
Your facts.
I want a divorce now. Daddy, why can't I have some new shoes?
I'm sorry, but we have to repossess your
You've
house.
been summoned to court.
I'm afraid your mother died.
You obviously didn't read the small. Do you have insurance to cover the
Daddy,
Your facts.
why can't you come and see
I'm not going to speak to you
You've
anymore.
been found guilty and fined £500. Your facts.
I
Facts.
want a divorce now. Now.
Daddy?
Now.
Daddy!
So what's really weird to me about this one is the only place I've ever seen it is on Peachy's top 10 scariest PIF list from like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't even know, but I honestly can't think of a single compilation this one has appeared in since then. I don't think I've seen it in any other video. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. The other Samaritans one, that weird one with the girl with the super distorted voice, you might know which one I'm talking about. I've seen it on a couple of PIF lists, but yeah, I haven't seen this one. And in my opinion, Telephone here is A, it's scarier, and B, it's much clearer in its message, because the first time I saw the other one, I had no idea what it was about. But then again, I am American, and I didn't know what the Samaritans was either, so maybe you need that context. But yeah, this one is unfortunately pretty relatable. Not that I don't like using the phone, and of course the phone itself is a little outdated. I like the art style a lot, and even though the scream at the end it's a little gut-wrenching, but it packs a lot of emotion into it, and I think that's probably the most important thing.
Hi guys! I got so much stuff today. Got these shoes. This is what happens when I go to the bookstore unchaperoned. New shades, anyone? My mom got me this really great cream. I got this for my niece. I think I got it. Woo! So much for no caffeine. I had to get a coffee today. Get the new iPhone yet? I just got my hair done. Well, I got the job. I just couldn't stay awake. I don't know, I have no energy lately. So I'm getting this one. Got my blood drawn today. And I also got the same one in blue. Got the results back. I got so many cards and notes. I think this is my favorite. Still have to get one more book. Got these. Gotta get some with patterns.
This one's really interesting to me because I think a lot of people know about Nikki Tutorial's makeup while driving PSA. That one was pretty clever, and it was definitely very shocking when it first came out. But once again, I haven't seen many people mention this one for some reason, and I think that's probably because, you know, Nikki's a real YouTuber and a fairly big name, but still, this one's pretty brilliant, and it deserves more attention, especially for the subject at hand. It really makes you feel bad for the vlogger. I know she's just an actor, but you empathize with her, and you feel like you've gotten to know her in just a few seconds. I guess that's the YouTube effect for you, and apparently it even works with YouTubers who aren't real people. Well, I mean, real people, but you know what I mean. At least it does for me. Maybe I just watch too much YouTube and I get too attached to YouTubers too easily. I don't know, do you guys think this one is underrated?
Good ออกขวากันลงห้องกะเบรกบ่เบรกรถ10 ล้ออยู่ตั้งหน้าเบรกรถกับความกะเบรกแกปอกหิงดังกะเอาอีกชีวิตจริงไม่มีเวลาคิดนานขนาดนี้
And rounding it off with a much more lighthearted PSA over from Thailand, we have this funny little number that I think more than makes its point, but not so much in a graphic way, which is good. Once again, looking back about a year ago, I had a very similar one on my top 20 most effective PSAs list, and that was Mistakes from New Zealand. You can go watch that one if you want to compare the two. I think PG actually has a PIF review episode where she compares the two. And that one was also very good, obviously. It was quieter and it had a more grave, serious tone with more suspense compared to this one. But I actually enjoyed this one just as much, if not a little more. I like the way they go through each option and brush it off, even the little horn, that's pretty cute. To show that no matter what you do, you've already screwed yourself over by speeding, and the only way you can save yourself now is to go back in time and slow down. Personally, though, I think I'd rather drive into a ditch than get crushed by a truck, but maybe that's just me. Either way, I get the message that this one's going for. So this is a shorter review than normal. As you might have noticed, I went back to my previous sort of editing style. I will do more of those fast-paced ones, but those take a lot longer to edit, and this one I wanted to get it out as soon as possible and still have it be good quality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you agree or disagree on which ones are underrated, then please let me know, and if you have any additions, then let me know as well. And I'm probably going to end up doing a follow-up to this, whether it be with overrated PSAs, which I could talk about for sure, or with another one of these, maybe even both, who knows. So I think that's about it. I'm still kind of getting warmed up, getting back into the video grind. I'm on that grind. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure you make the subscribe happy and hit the subscribe button. Link for my Ko-fi is in the description if you want to fund potentially more technical upgrades. Again, thank you so much to Neil for the funding for the camera. And I will see everybody next time. Bye. I don't know what that was.